Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Fangirls Assemble.
We're
I
doing it.
made it from C2E2 and I'm alive.
She survived.
I'm a little tired, but I'm here. Um, and I bought some stuff, not as much stuff that I think Kristen will be showing from her large in-stock trades order, but
I have some
still stuff to talk about. So before we talk about that, we do talk about our wonderful sponsor, InStockTrades.com. And honestly, I will say that I did not buy as much stuff as C2E2 this weekend, partly because I was like, well, I can order this later on InStockTrades.com.
That's
You
what
know,
I do every time
unless I
I'm
was buying
anywhere.
straight from an artist, it just felt like a better option for me to just buy it later,
Yeah.
which
Because
sucks.
they do have up to 50% off.
Yeah, so I was like, well, let's not worry about it. So helped me kind of budget a little bit. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, which you've heard our spiel, but I will tell you every time, you can get 50% off. If you buy at least $50 worth, you get free shipping in the US. And if you don't buy up to $50 worth, shipping's still only $4. Great deal. And, you know,
Buy all your things there. That's what we do, right?
yeah.
I went overboard. It was a fun thing.
And apparently Matthew's about to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out Tuesday. I know a lot of people are excited for specifically Uncanny X-Force, the reprint. People are stoked about it. You know, it's going to be good.
Man. Yeah, if I wasn't getting married, I think I'd jump on that one. So if any of you at home feel like giving me a wedding present.
Yeah, and if anyone in the chat wants to convince me to buy that, let me know. Let me know why.
So I guess you can go or I can go. We can go back and forth, or how are you feeling?
You know what? I can just jump in if you want. Yours is probably more exciting stuff.
I don't know about that. You go ahead.
All right, this was not from IST. I got this horribly cheap from where I got it though, which I'm not plugging another place. So, Old Souls. This is the new first second book.
Oh.
What's it about? Girl, I don't know. It was so cheap that I was like, well, it's first second and it's newer and I like the art. So I'm jumping in. So I do know the front says it is unwise to go knocking on death's door. Okay. All right. Now it seems darker than what we're used to from first second, right? But I'm excited. So I'm gonna read that. Department H, what volume is this? Volume 4. Again, another dirt cheap. Got it from another place.
You're gonna have to talk that for me later.
I'll let you know, but I'm stoked. I read the first volume in Department H and I love it. So I was like, okay, I'll get these cute hardcovers. I've been picking these up. I only have I don't have the first one now, and there's only 4. This is the 4th one. These are big deluxe best of Archie stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna read that silly old school stuff.
I mean, the art's fun. You know,
yeah, and it'd be a nice
they're fun to read, but they're also great coffee table books. If you have people over and they're staying over, hey, here's some stuff you just pick up and read.
Yeah, have a mindless fun time.
Yeah.
And these are nice, oversized hardcovers, and they're very cheap. The list is $20, and they're pretty chunky. So that's nice. And then my IST stuff. Okay, so as you guys already heard, we love the first volume of Harrow County Library Edition, so I had to get the rest. So here's volume 2. I haven't even opened them yet. So shiny. The other ones I have, you guys know what they look like. I won't go through everything, but I got the other ones. Then I finally got No Longer Human by Ito, who we love. I keep
forgetting that's already out.
There's a nice cut. That's the under cover, right?
Oh.
So that's pretty cool.
You know, when they released that cover, I didn't know that was going to be a dust jacket situation.
Yep.
Oh.
Interesting, right? Because I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think he's had a dust jacket yet.
Not anything I have.
No, me either. So I'm looking forward to this one, especially because, of course, it's based on the best-selling novel, which I haven't read, but I did read the Vertical series. This was the first adaptation to manga. from
Yeah.
that novel. I hated it so much. It was like one of the worst things I feel like I've ever read in my whole life. I recently sold that on eBay for a lot of money because it's very out of print. So, hey, it worked out for me because I did not spend a lot of money on it. But I hated it so much. I can't tell you how much I hated it. Okay. I know we like to talk about books we like here, but I'm looking forward to this because I feel like he's going to adapt it better. Like,
Probably, yeah.
the end. I'm trying to find something that's not super grotesque in here to show you guys. But of course, his art is wonderful and
As usual.
creepy, and it's going to be a good time. It's a nice chunker. Looking forward to it. Let's see. Then I got this from Second and Charles. This is a Tamaki book that I haven't read. I know you've read and you loved. I had never read this one, Summer.
Oh, yeah.
And it was very used and cheap. So I was like, I have to. I know everyone who's read it loves it. That's not even art page. There we go. So I'm excited. It's something like I know what it's about. I know I'm going to love it. Yeah, that's what I heard. So, we told you we have a March schedule. We're doing it. One of the things we're reading is Sailor Moon. So I had to get. Can you tell how shiny this is? Is this showing up shiny?
I'm so excited.
Yeah, the shine. Okay,
I can see the glitter.
Oh, it's so shiny. So it's nice and big and shiny.
Yeah. And I might have to pick those up just for nostalgia's sake because I used to have all of them.
I mean, they're big. I don't have a regular size manga around me to show you, but it's like a trade size.
Yeah.
And I like the spines. They're really cute. So I just got one, but I feel like if I like it, I'm just gonna have to buy them all, right? Because that's how that goes. I also picked up and I read, so we're just gonna go ahead and talk about that. What's Michael? The Fat Cat collection, this first one. There's only going to be 2 of these, and yeah, I heard about this through Omar, and it's about Michael, who's a cat, and these are just like really short stories about him living his life. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I already read it. I already love it. It was so fun.
It looks so good.
And he's an orange tabby, and I have an orange tabby, and I love orange tabbies. So it's very fun, very over the top, and just a really good time. So you're gonna like it for sure.
Oh, I knew the minute I saw that cover.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see. Then I got. This is so oversized. I don't know how to explain it properly. Like I said, this is kind of an average trade. It's super crazy oversized. This is a Magnetic Press book. Complete blind buy. Don't ask me what this is about. I don't know. I just know I saw the cover. And I was like, it's gorgeous. I love everything about it. Yeah. And the art inside is also gorgeous. I usually don't do super blind buys like that. But here we go. I had to.
That looks immediately worth it, though.
I mean, look at how pretty. I'm looking forward to this one. So hopefully it's as good as it looks. Beautiful. And then I had to get Varsity Edition Volume 2 of Archie.
Of course.
It's very cute. I'm excited for that. Then I picked this up at a half price. I didn't get much of that half price, but Mutt's, it's a Sunday collection, which I already read this too, and I loved it. And it's all like the color Sunday stuff.
Oh.
But I love Mutt so much. It is such a good time. So if you guys ever see these and they're cheap, like a half price, you should get them because it's so fun and lovely and it'll make you feel good. And that's what I got. That's it.
I think that's a great pickup.
Thank you.
All right, so I was at C2E2. So last year I bought a lot more than I bought this year. So I will warn you, because last year I was very my first C2E2, I was very, let's say fair about everything. I just kind of bought whatever. I had to be a little more budget conscious because I am getting married in 27 days. So I have a few more wedding payments to do. I was like, okay, I need to be careful. Reel it in. But I did get some stuff. I treated myself a little bit. So first thing I was really excited about is, for those of you who've been watching me for a while, either on here or near Mint, know that I have been collecting The Titans. It's a run that was from I guess like 99 to 2003. And it's different than like Titans that preceded it. It's very silly. It's hard to pick up because I'm looking for the Titans, not Titans, the Titans. It was like started by Winnick, I think, maybe. Anyways, it's never been collected. So I've been getting the floppies to do a custom bind, and I have all of them except for. Okay, I thought I had. Okay, I'm missing 2. That's it. So I'm only missing issue 51 and 52 now, and I picked up a bunch of what I was missing this past weekend. And I was so excited about it.
That's great.
I'm so close. I'm so close now. I'm so close that I should probably go ahead and just order the last 2 on eBay. But if any of y'all happen to have them or know that your comic book store has them, send it along. I'm so close now to being done with that.
Which are the last 2 you need?
51 and 52.
Okay.
Of the Titans.
Just throwing that out there again for everyone watching.
I didn't buy many other comic books, really. I did see a sale at one place that had like $6 trades and $10 hardcovers. So I did go ahead and pick up some from that one. I picked up Sleepless by Sarah Vaughn. I had heard a few good things. Sorry, it's still in the bag. It's a little shiny. I've heard some good things about this trade in this book. Like just your usual fantasy stuff. I've been thinking about picking it up forever, and so I just finally made the jump. It's $6.
It's a great deal. Yeah.
And this is an image book, fantasy romance. Then I also picked up Raven, Daughter of Darkness by Marv Wolfman. And I actually thought, I was like, when I was picking this up, I was like, have I bought this before? And luckily I have not. So I'm gonna jump into this soon. I'm a big Titans fan. And I also picked up Teen Titans Earth 1, Volume 1 and 2. I love these Earth 1 books. I think they're really pretty hardcovers. The only one I have right now, I think, is the Wonder Woman one. I really like it. It's non-canon, so it's really fun. And like even like Raven is all the Teen Titans are a little bit different in this, from what I understand. So I've heard some good things. Also, I went to the First Second booth. I ended up not buying anything there. I'm such a bad First Second fan because I was like, oh, I'll go buy some stuff from the booth. But then I was like, oh, I could buy from Start Trades though, and so I didn't. But I did go to one of the giveaways. Next year I'm just gonna plan my like weekend around going to those, because as long as you're there early, they just like scan your badge and you get a thing. There's no like raffle.
That's amazing.
I know.
Wow.
It's crazy. So next year we're planning to go longer. So I'll just plan to be there at all the giveaways. But I did get one advanced copy of Displacement. So this is just a like graphic novel advanced readers edition. And I'll make sure to read it and do a quick review next time we get together. But it looks like it's set in 1940s, about this girl who is in a Japanese American internment camp. And I'm not sure what else it's about, but it looks like I like the art a lot. It's First Second. I'm happy, and it was free and an advanced copy, so I'll try to get a review of that out soon.
That looks like it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I was like, oh, neat. I don't remember who. I saw this artist and the artist like Eric Jimenez. I might say that wrong. Had pug art cards.
Oh.
A lot of people do pug art at C2E2, especially Mike Norton, who does Battle Pug. But this guy, I saw this. My pug's name is Moose, and this pug had antlers. So.
Oh, I love it.
I had to. He's so cute. Also, this is not comic book related, but I'm really into D&D. And I got I got myself this D&D like journal planner thing from Rook and the Raven, or the Rook and the Raven. For those of you who watch like Critical Role, you probably heard of this as one of their sponsors. But basically, this is like a totally customizable journal. So like you can pick your cover, and you can choose like which like system you're playing. You can get bullet journals. You can get like spell card holders. It's totally customizable. You can move all the pages wherever you want. It was a bit of an expensive investment, but totally worth it. I'm really excited. I've wanted these so bad, so I treated myself. You know, this I have as much. It does take away from comic book buying money because I didn't have a budget, but I did have a big library haul recently, so I figure it comes out in the wash.
Yeah, totally.
I also picked this up for Kristen. So this is going to Kristen.
Thank you so much.
Snapdragon by Kat Lay of Lumberjanes fame. She was super nice, and I don't know if you can see, but she drew this little like sketch of the main character for Kristen too.
Love it so much.
It goes to Kristen.
Yeah, anyone who hasn't read that, oh my gosh, I can't say enough good things about it.
I'm gonna read it before I send it to you.
Oh, you should. You should. It's so good.
Super cute. And she had little like watercolors at her table too of characters, but unfortunately they didn't have the one that Chris was looking for, but she had a couple of the other characters. Oh, 1 second. Maddie did the Titans from 1999 have an issue 51 and 52. Perhaps I'm mistaken, but I thought the run ended at issue 50.
Oh.
Huh, I'll double check. I made myself a list forever ago, so I had like the notes, and I put in that list. Oh, you know what? You might be right, actually. I'm not sure because on my list I'd written 50 to 52, but I had also listed the release date of each issue, and I didn't write anything past 50, so you might be right. And if you're right, that means I'm done. I'll check after this. Or someone can check for me. That'd be great. If that's the case, I'm pumped.
Great news.
I also picked up some stuff by Kristen's request for Read from Daniel Warren Johnson. He makes these like, I'm going to read these to you before I send them over, but these like little like zines almost, like mini little comics.
Yeah.
And the guy is super nice, by the way, so I picked up a ton. Martok, which is that's the guy from Deep Space Nine, right?
I honestly don't know.
Old Man Skywalker, Cherno, Thank You Liger, and Green Leader. And he was super nice. So I went up there. I was like, hey, I'll take one of each for my friend Reed. And he drew like little things in each of them. Super nice dude. He also did like the art, or like wrote one of the newer like Wonder Woman Black Label.
Yeah, what's that called? It's called something.
I don't remember, but it was really big. I remember people talking about it. But you're in each one. I'll show you all before I go to the next thing. And the guy was super nice. So like I went up there and I asked to buy all these. And he was like, oh, well, it's just by donation. So you just like choose what you think they're worth. And I would have given him like $50 first. So like, you're really nice. And I got my card to pay him. He's like, oh, do you only have card? And I was like, yeah. He said, oh, well, then just don't worry about it. They're yours. And I was like, no, I can't do that. I was like, do you have PayPal? Do you have anything? And he's like, no, I mean, don't worry about it. Just like, you know what? You're doing it for a friend. I think that's great. Next time you come around, just buy something from the table. I was like, oh, so everyone, Daniel Warren Johnson is absolutely wonderful. A wonderful man. Please buy his stuff. He's so nice. So
that's awesome. Yeah, like I was telling you, there would be no issue that if Reed gets to meet him in real life ever, he's just going to buy all the things. So he'll make up for that. But that's so nice.
That's what I figured. And he lives in Chicago, so he'll probably be at C2 again.
I didn't even know that. Cool.
So let's just all plan to go.
Should. Yeah, we gotta.
Now, I know people are waiting for the one big thing. I have one more smaller thing. I went to Babtar's booth again because I love her. She's done covers for all sorts of different comics like Batgirl and Harley Quinn, Red Sonja and Vampirella. She also has a comic that she has the art for, Motor Crush. That's really big. And one of her like recent claims to fame is being like kind of the face of Critical Role's like art. And she does Pub Draw, which is like a live show where you like she'll teach one of the cast members to draw a certain character. You can follow along at home. And she has a really cool booth, and she's also super gorgeous and really fashionable and really cool. But I picked up this Gotham Girls
Oh, cool.
long sleeve shirt. Again, also pretty. It's a little bit of an investment. It's like $65, but you know, this is stuff I can't get elsewhere. You know,
Yeah,
so I was like,
totally.
I
That's
love
awesome.
this, and it says like Gotham Girls on the sleeve.
We're going to pay extra for sleeve text every time.
Oh, yeah, it's super cool, you know? And I love long sleeve shirts, like this Sailor Jupiter one I've got on. Like, it's just comfy. Oh, and I met Gail Simone. No big deal. So my one goal of this con was to meet Gail Simone because I am a huge fan of hers. And so Saturday morning, we're eating breakfast and I see her. Like, we're about to go sit down. And Lee, another person who watches the show, he's like, look over there. And I was like, what? And I see her and I'm like, oh God. So I'm already like panicking. I don't say anything to her then. She's just trying to live her life, you know? But I'm like, and like, so I feel I cry all the time. So I feel myself getting emotional, which luckily was good. I'm glad I saw her early in the day and got emotional. So that way, when I see her later, it's not so overwhelming. I don't want another Terry Moore moment, you know? So my first goal of the day is like, okay, I've got 3 goals. 1, pick up the thing for Kristen, pick up the thing for Reed, and see Gail. And Gail's my number 1 priority. So I go to Gail's booth. She's not there. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll go get the thing for Reed. Okay, that guy's not there. Okay. So I go get the thing for Kristen. I go to Cat Lay's booth. And then I circle around a bit. Daniel Warren Johnson's back. Okay. I go get his stuff. And then I go back to Gail's booth. She's not there. So I shop around for a while. And then I wait and I wait and I wait. And then finally I'm just kind of like walking around. And I see Gail walking around. I'm like, oh, so I'm right behind her. Okay, perfect moment. I was like, I'll go head to her booth now because she must be finally getting there. So I even was like looking at her Twitter to see if she had posted. She's like,
Yeah.
2 hours before, she's like, oh, I'm running late. I'm in security. I'm like, oh my God, how long is this going to take? So I make it back to the booth. There's already like 4 people there and like her husband setting up the booth. Super nice guy. And everyone in line's super nice. Like this guy in front of me is getting a bunch of Wonder Woman floppies signed. And he's really apologetic because he's really excited. But he's like, I have a lot for her to sign. I'm so sorry. Is it okay? I was like, yeah. You're a fan. Yeah, please go. Because he's never gotten to see her, and I've never gotten to see her. So we're all just excited together, which I'm all about, you know? Like, and she even has a really great like Twitter thread about like one of her fans that she's kind of seen over and over again, who's a big fan of hers. She just brings like tons of floppies for her to sign. They're just for her. And like, these are these people that I love, you know, like great fans. And these are the kind of fans that Gail has and loves. Someone even brought her like a teapot.
Oh.
Because of the whole Twitter thing. So I'm holding my book like this, like so excited. She's near me. I'm like, oh my God, I love her. And she had this nice like talk with the guy in front of me about her like script writing process, you know, and her husband is obviously so into her work too, because I don't know how it comes. Donna Troy comes up. Because the guy in front of me has her sign an issue that has Donna at front. I'm like, oh my God, I love that. Donna Troy's my favorite. We start talking about Donna. Her husband talks about one of her favorite lines that she had written, where Wonder Woman throws her lasso in the sea. And it's like, this lasso's not even worth 1 strand of your hair. You know, this very like impactful, beautiful. And we're talking about Donna and Wonder Woman. And the guy in front of me is like, well, I think you look like Donna. I was like, oh my God, thank you. And Gail's husband agrees. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. We talk about, everything, but it's just nice little like chat back and forth, and just, we talked about Gail's new omnibus and how excited we are for that, and how she got to see one for the first time this weekend, and how much she loves the Red Sonja omnibus. And so I have her sign it, and I'm just like super stoked. Maddie from Gail Simone.
It's a good signature.
It is.
Yeah.
I didn't even think to go and get this signed by Jenny Frisson also, because she has covers in here, but whatever. She'll be a Z22 again. I'm not worried about it. And then I got some pictures with her. Luckily, I had a friend in the back of the line that I didn't notice was there. I was like, can I take a photo with you? He was like, yeah, you want to come behind the table? I was like, yes, is that okay? And my friend Larry's like, Maddie, I've got you. I was like, oh, thanks. And so we take the photo, and I get back in line to hang out with Larry while he's getting his stuff signed, just to chat some more. And they're just super nice. I mean, she just really takes the time to talk to everybody. You can tell that she's a genuine, like, comic fan, but also just like a genuine, like, she's sincere and cares about her fans and people. And I think that's awesome.
That's the best.
Yeah, like, she was great.
Because it could have went all David Boreanaz. No one wants that, okay?
Right. Like, and, I was with Lee, and he had talked to a few people that weekend, and he had kind of mixed responses based on who he talked to. Like, he wanted to get some art from Michael Cho, and Michael Cho wasn't very nice. He was like, oh, man, well, shit. Because a lot of people, like, they were kind of changing up how they did stuff that weekend. Like, not everybody. Most creators, if they're there at their table, they'll sign stuff, right? I mean, some of them may have specific sketching times, that's true, but like, for the most part, if a creator's at their table, they'll sign stuff, you can buy something from them. It's fine. But for a few creators, it was not like that. I was like, no, I'm sketching right now. I can't sign your thing. But like, in a rude way.
Also, like, that doesn't take long.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
All right.
I didn't have to deal with any of that, and I haven't before, but I know that Lee had some of that. But he did get to meet Scott Snyder and James Tynion and have them sign like his Batman stuff. And he said they're both lovely.
Oh, good.
James Tynion especially, but Scott Snyder was also just very wholesome. Like,
love to hear it.
So great. I need to get him on the show too, talk about what he hauled, because he definitely bought more than me. But yeah, it was really good. Like, I feel like there weren't as many creators I was excited to see this time around. But it was all worth it to see Gail. Oh, Justin, thanks so much.
Oh, Justin, thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Where's it go? Anyways, it was good.
Good.
Like, and there's some people that were there last year that I had seen before already. Like, Terry was there, but I didn't go talk to him just because I didn't have the emotional capacity.
You already cried on him. It's like, what else?
I was like, it was one of those weekends, like, I've been so busy from work and so dead that I was like, compared to last year at C2E2, I was like, I have limited capacity to talk to people.
Totally, I get it.
So I didn't go to Jenny Frisson. I did ask Babtar where she buys her clothes, but like,
did she answer you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for people who want to know, she shops like Forever 21, ASOS, and Urban Outfitters and stuff.
That makes sense.
I saw Chris Claremont a lot. This year he's by himself. He wasn't with his son, which is odd. We ate breakfast next to Jim Lee, and they were talking about like the future of like DC's YA comics. Trying to figure out where that's going to go now that Didio's gone.
Interesting.
I don't have any like big info for you guys, but they were talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, we're getting a deluxe of Greg Rucka's Hakeshi, or however you say that? I didn't know that. I did. Well, shit. I gotta buy that, don't I? Dang. Oh, he just wouldn't hug her.
Oh,
right?
you don't know that story, Hayden?
No, this is before Hayden.
Oh yeah, Hayden, catch up. Go back. I'm just kidding.
No.
No, I met him when I was 14, I think, and I took it like I had a photo up with him. I had my arm around him. He had his arm around me, and then right after I looked at him and I was like, "Can I have a hug?" And he said no. And that's the whole story. But it broke my little heart, you know.
Yeah.
And I was also like, "Your arm was just around me. Just add another one. I don't see the big difference there."
Just add the other one. Poor 14-year-old Kristen.
So he just broke my heart a little bit. It wasn't nice about it. Like, all right, whatever. But I met Christian Kane, who played Lindsay on Angel, the same con, and he made up for it because he was so nice. He
Of
gave
course.
hugs without anyone asking him. He was just lovely, lovely. So, you know, he really made up for that.
The weather was great. I mean, it was cold, but it wasn't bad at all. We got really lucky.
You went on
I was
right
worried it was
the
gonna
weekend
snow.
where like Midwest weather's changing. Yeah.
Yeah. Worst creator I ever met was Barry Windsor Smith. Guy was so not into talking to fans. Steve Bissett, Walt Simonson, and Mike Mignola were all awesome though. That's good to know.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, so far I haven't had a bad interaction with anybody. I've had some like awkward ones, but you can tell when it's like a awkward because maybe that person just isn't in the social interaction.
Yeah.
You know?
That's kind of how I felt.
They
about
maybe
some.
want to, you know, like it's, and I don't fault them. And there's some people that you're like, no, this person's a dick.
Yeah.
Kenneth, as far as Didio leaving, I'm kind of mixed because, like, you know, he's written his great things, and you know, it does suck when someone loses their job. And he did mean a lot to a lot of creators. You know, there's some books that he pushed, right, that like, had they not had their support, they wouldn't happen. But I will also say that I think DC's making the right decision to make a change with that. You know, I think as far as like Didio's management, I don't think that is the right position for him. Now, granted, this is me coming out of a place that's completely ignorant to how
You're outside of it
DC is
all.
structured, right? I don't work there. I don't know exactly how things go. But I will say that, you know, it's been pretty obvious to DC fans that the management of DC is obviously not in a good place. And from what I hear about like Didio's micromanaging, you know, that's caused some problems with some creators in their books. So I think it's just not a good position for him. And I wish him the best. Finding a different, maybe going back to just like creating might be better. Some people aren't meant to be the managers of things. And that's okay. I just don't think he should be doing it. So secretly I'm happy about it. But I don't want to be that dick.
Is it
You know what I mean?
secretly?
Yeah, I mean, like, but I will say that when the news came out, I was kind of like, yeah, great. But I was like, okay, that's kind of a dick move, right? I don't know the whole thing.
Yeah, I also hear about it, and I'm like, you know, I see all these people like blaming him for the whole collected editions department, and I'm like, I don't know that we can do that. Like, if something didn't sell well, I don't think that's on him. You know, yeah. We all complain about Volume 2s getting canceled and stuff, but hey, if we didn't buy Volume 1, what can you expect, right?
DC is due for like a real thoughtful overhaul.
Something probably needs to change.
And I think it's a multifaceted issue. They need to know how to connect with fans because right now they don't. You know, they've really got to work that out. Because I think Marvel's doing pretty well with that and has been.
Totally.
And I think DC's just really buckled under a lot of it. And it's you know, we're not going to get Jeff Johns back. I think everyone needs to understand that too. It's Jeff Johns is really doing a lot of TV and movie stuff. And as much as I would like to have him back to manage, that'd be great, but that's not going to happen. But maybe somebody like that would be great. James was awesome.
Yeah. I've met James a few times, and he's been lovely every time. And he's my favorite, so it works out. It's fine. David doesn't even do cons anymore. I think there's a reason.
Yeah.
Some people aren't meant to interact with people.
James said, I live next door to C2E2. You just missed the terribleness of Chicago weather. I mean, I used to live around Chicago, so I'm aware of how it works, but I just got lucky. We got really lucky that time frame. Just as Kristen, after watching it in Jess, I now need Essex County.
Oh, you do need it. That hardcover. I mean, there's a standard, and then there's the limited. The limited it's gonna be hard for you to find, so you may not want to go down that route, but it is very nice.
Nobody recognized me, but last year we had the whole crew together, so I think it's easier. I didn't wear my Near Mint shirt either. I think probably that would have helped. But even when we posted about, like, I didn't hear anybody else going C2E2. I think last year more people were going.
I saw some crowd footage, and I was like, oh, it seems like less crazy than last year.
Yeah, I don't know, which, a lot of people aren't traveling because of the whole virus issue.
Yeah, true.
Even comic book creators, like, someone posted, like, hey, C2E2's over, have fun at your, like, this is your last convention, like, comic convention for the year, because people are predicting that, like, cons like San Diego will be canceled. I don't know about that, but I mean, it's a possibility, right?
Well, I could definitely see that being a reason attendance is dropping, though, right? Because, like, you don't want to breathe around people.
Yeah, like, some creators are backing out of ECCC, the one, what, Empire Seasons, that's Seattle, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of those, like, West Coast cons, people are really reconsidering, which it's a smart decision, because, like, I mean, a lot of Japan events have been canceled, like a lot of comic events in Japan have been canceled. People are looking at pushing off, like, the Olympics, and being the West Coast, you're just more likely to deal with those problems. Well, did I miss the 10th comments? Yeah, I did. Sorry, guys. My mind is very slow.
Maddie's half asleep. It's okay.
My favorite story told you by a creator being rude so far is how Jenny Frisson treated Omar and Faria Baba loved Maddie.
Yeah, whenever you said her name, I was like, oh, well, you probably would have been treated well, right? Like,
yeah, we did, and we did joke that the reason why she liked me was because of a certain denominator that I do not share with Omar and Faria, which I would never ever say out loud because that would be really rude. But that was the joke that we made. I had a wonderful time talking with her before. We all know you made sacrifices to ancient deities to for him to be fired. Quit lying. Shut up, Hayden. Trying to be nice. Now that he's gone. It's one thing to talk shit about a guy, but once he gets fired, it's like, oh, I don't want to be that guy.
When it's one of those situations where it's like, I don't think he knew, because he was tweeting the day before about plans and stuff, and it was just like, oh,
yeah, because I was pretty sure he was going to C2E2 also.
Probably.
Because and I don't know if I just imagined it, but I remember being like, oh, I'm going to see Didio. Now I'm going to tell him off, right? Because
I remember you saying that, yeah.
But he wasn't there. So I blame Omar. We all know he's the head of the Shadow Council that secretly runs DC Collected Editions. Matthew, he'd love to be. He would love to be more involved in the way that he is with Marvel, and that's just not the case with DC. And again, I think that speaks to, like, the upper management not being aware of how to, like, work with other creators. Because if you look at the books that DC sends Near Mint condition versus what Marvel sends, you see a big difference, right? Like, sending a book that's years old for review, why? What's the point of doing that? Like, you should be doing advanced copy. It doesn't make any sense. DC has better stories than Marvel. Marvel is way better management. Yeah, you could argue that. I won't speak to that because everybody has their preferences. I don't want DC to close shop. Nobody recognized your approach, but you got called Donna Troy by Gail's husband, which sounds like an even trade. Agreed. Oh, I got a really cute Donna Troy charm too. I forgot about that. Just forgot what I bought. Um, Candace,
She said it. She said what you wouldn't.
how did you know?
Oh, white people. Am I right?
Do you think your fiance will use comic references in his wedding vows? No, I don't think so. Although we need to like work that part out, I guess. We're behind, guys.
27? Is that right? 27 days?
28. Yes, 27 days from now. It's on the 28th. After that day, I will be officially marriaged. Aw, Candace. Oh man. Woo. Same. I would agree, Doug. Uh, maybe. I don't know. You never know. Ugh. So next week, I'm losing my mind. You guys so tired.
You want to talk about reads real quick?
Oh yeah, shit. What have you
I'll
read?
go. I'll go.
I'm sorry. I just gotta go through a million comments.
I finally read volume 2 of Kim Reaper,
Yay!
Vampire Island.
How is it?
Oh, it was just as fun and wonderful as the first one.
I loved volume 1.
Guys, we both loved it. It's very cutesy, so you know it's not for everyone, but it's just a blast. I had a great time. Sarah Graylee's wonderful. I love her art, and
Oh, same.
you know it's about Kim. She's a Reaper, and there we go. That's it. She's Kim
Well,
Reaper.
I love the two of them too, just because like, you know, they're both irritate each other, and I like that.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not a stereotypical like, you know, one of the girls is very selfish.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Like very white. I'm like, good.
And their like dynamic in this gets even they kind of work stuff out, you know.
Oh.
And then her friend, like her best friend, is annoyed by Kim, and there's a whole, you know, it's just it's very over the top and cartoony and out there, but at the same time there are little elements that are like deeper than
Yeah.
you know. And this one, they literally go to Vampire Island and deal with vampires. Kim's girlfriend and her best friend are like really into like a kind of Twilighty show, like a teen drama with vampires. And Kim's like, well, you know, they exist. And they're like, what? So she takes them. Yeah, she takes them to a vampire island. And they're like, we hate this because, you know, they're humans. And it's a whole thing. And shenanigans happen. I loved it. I hope it continues because it's fun. It's fun forever. What else did I read? I read Black Magic, Volume 1 and 2 by Greg Rucka.
How'd you like that?
I loved it so much. You're going to love it. You need to read it. You'll
okay.
Love it.
I'm in.
However, you're going to get to the end of Volume 2 and you're going to be mad because there's no more. Apparently, they're working on some. So we'll come back.
Comicsology.
But it's Image. So you really need to get on that hoopla. You'll get it for free. I know. I did read Go With The Flow, which we talked about.
Okay. Did you love it?
I loved it.
Okay.
5 out of 5. I loved it so much. You're going to love it. It was really, really great. So
I did add that to my library list. I think it might already be there.
Oh,
so I'm
go get it. You're going to love it. We're going to have a good time talking about it. Everything else I think I've already talked about, really. So, I did read Beastars Volume 1 and 2. Did I talk about that?
No.
I love it too. Okay, so such a good time. I told my library, you better order the rest of them, and they're like, great. So I'm waiting on those now. It was so good and fun, and I just am already in love with like half the characters, and it's worth the hype. So Gio's hyping it up. A Week in Geekdom, Gio's the best. He hyped that up, and I was like, I got to get this to my library.
I had it on my list, and the anime's coming to Netflix, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll totally watch that. That's fun.
Sweet.
So yeah, you'll like that too. I'm like, here are all these books you need to read, Maddie. Oh, also, forgot about this one. Almost American Girl. It is a memoir. Robin Ha wrote about herself and her life growing up, going from Korea to Alabama. Just one day, her mom's like, hey, we're going to Alabama to visit a friend of mine. And she's like, okay. So she thinks they're going to be there for like a week or
Yeah.
two.
She
No,
never goes.
never goes back. And she has to deal with, she's used to all this stuff in Korea. Obviously, that's very different from Alabama and her
Mhm.
life and everything she goes through. It I read this I guess the end of February. It's going to be on my top 10 this year, 100%.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
that good.
Almost
Again,
American Girl, right?
another one I think you're going to love. Yes.
Okay.
So good. It was so good. So everyone should read that. It was fantastic. If you love a good graphic memoir, it's the best of the best. I loved it. So now those are my reads.
I agree. A lot of my recommendations, I just wait till Kristen recommends. I pick up from the library.
Really, go with the flow. Almost American Girl. Your library may have that. I think that's a good library book. So check that out.
Okay.
And you're gonna like. I mean, you already thought you would
Because I know we have Go with the Flow. I did just check Black Magic, which, by the way, this art looks amazing.
Oh, it's so good.
It's not on Comixology Unlimited, but it is on Comixology.
It's worth your money. It's
I could-
fantastic.
I'm gonna look at. Well, I should do this while we're on the show.
Look, I don't bet, but if I had money, I would bet you would like all of those things I just talked about.
Oh no, for
100%.
sure. For sure. Man, why
Oh.
did we just? Sorry.
Larry
go
said B-Stars gets better and better.
Good.
Awesome. That's good to know, Larry. Oh, cliffhanger.
So, next week we are talking about our favorite covers. So join us for that. Should be same time unless something changes, but hopefully not.
If it does, we'll let you know on Twitter at Fangirlz Live and on Instagram at Fangirlz Assemble.
And if we run out of time, well, not out of time, but like if we go too quick on our favorite covers, we'll talk about what we read or whatever. Because by then I have so many things I've got to read now.
Perfect. Yeah, we bought so many books. Now we have to read them, right? One day.
Yeah, at my library haul,
Oh, yeah.
somebody texted this weekend from the library. I was like, "Who texted me?" It was like, "Hello, this is the library."
Pick up your
Like,
book.
Go with the Flow came in. I think Snapdragon came in too. I was like, there it is. Yeah, so I'm going to cut it short today only because I'm tired.
Yeah, I get it.
So we'll catch up with you guys next week.
Check out InStockTrades.com. They're going to come out with a lot of great things Tuesday. You got the Uncanny X-Force Omni reprint.
Yeah.
You got there's Power Pack Omnibus. Some people care about that. I read some of that as a kid and I really liked it. So it's older Marvel kids stuff. Not like for kids, but there's kids. Whatever. Yeah. Anyway, you're gonna get the best deals. You spend $50, you'll get free shipping. It's the best shipping. Oh, I will say, you know what? This isn't even part of this, but I have to tell you that box that all this came in was big, right?
Yeah.
It came on the day where it rained and it didn't stop. Like it was raining so hard the entire day. And whoever dropped that off was like, well, you don't need a bag over that box. It's fine. So I came home from work. That box was so soggy and drenched. I was horrified. Okay. Bring it in though. Cut it open. Dig in the peanuts. Everything's individually wrapped in plastic. I don't have to worry about a thing. I was so happy because I was very scared. And it was all fine. That box was ruined, but it was all fine. So that's the kind of treatment you get at InStockTrades.com. That's why you got to go. Check them out.
They're the best.
The best.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Get some rest. Bye.
Bye.